For as long as we've been human, we've looked up at the stars and asked that one big question: are we alone? It's a question that's driven our myths, our science, and our own deep-seated curiosity. We've built some incredible machines, giant metal eyes to scan the cosmos, all in the hope of finding an answer. Now, the most powerful telescope ever built, the James Webb Space Telescope, has taken a look at our closest sun-like neighbor, a star that's basically right next door in cosmic terms, and it might have finally found something. What if I told you that the nearest star system to our own, the one we can practically see from our cosmic front porch, has been hiding a secret? A secret that has slipped past us for generations, a whole world tucked away in the glare of its sun. Well, astronomers using NASA's James Webb Space Telescope have just found strong evidence of a giant planet orbiting the closest solar twin to Earth. This isn't just another distant world. This is a discovery just 4 light-years away that could rewrite our understanding of how planets form and kick off a brand new era in the exploration of worlds beyond our own. The universe just got a little less lonely. To really get why this discovery is such a big deal, we first need to get to know our neighbors. The Alpha Centauri system is the closest star system to our Sun, a mere 4 light-years away. To put that in perspective, if our entire solar system, out to Neptune, was the size of a coffee cup, Alpha Centauri would be another coffee cup just a few city blocks away. It's incredibly close, and for astronomers, it's been a source of endless fascination. The system itself is a pretty cool cosmic dance. It's not a single star, but a triple star system. The main event is the binary pair, Alpha Centauri A and Alpha Centauri B. These two are remarkably similar to our Sun. Alpha Centauri A, especially, is considered our Sun's twin, a G-type star with a similar mass, temperature, and age. They orbit each other in a graceful 79-year-long waltz. Then there's the third, more reclusive member of the group, Proxima Centauri. This small, faint red dwarf is technically the closest individual star to us. And that's where the planet-hunting story in this system really began. We know Proxima Centauri isn't alone. It has at least 2 confirmed planets. One of them, Proxima B, is an Earth-sized world in its star's habitable zone. But finding planets around the main stars, A and B, that's been a completely different story. It's been an exercise in frustration, a decades-long search with tantalizing hints but zero proof. The challenge is immense. Imagine trying to spot a firefly buzzing around a brilliant lighthouse from miles away. That's the kind of scale we're talking about. The light from these 2 sun-like stars is so bright that it just drowns out the faint reflection of any potential planets. For years, every claim was met with skepticism, every candidate turning out to be a ghost in the data, a trick of the light, or the gravitational tug of the other star. The biggest mystery wasn't whether planets could be there, but why on Earth we couldn't seem to find them. And that's where the James Webb Space Telescope comes in. Webb wasn't just built to see farther, it was designed to see what was previously invisible. It operates in the infrared, letting it see the faint, warm glow of objects that are otherwise lost in the glare of visible light. For the Alpha Centauri system, this is a total game changer, and Webb has a secret weapon for this cosmic game of hide and seek, the Mid-Infrared Instrument, or MIRI, equipped with a coronagraph. Think of a coronagraph as the most sophisticated sun visor ever made. Its whole job is to block the blinding light of a star. By placing a tiny, precisely engineered mask over the image of Alpha Centauri A, astronomers can create an artificial eclipse, dimming the star's light by a factor of over 10,000. This lets the incredibly faint infrared glow of anything orbiting the star pop out from the background. In August of 2024, the team pointed Webb towards our neighbor and held its breath. When the data came back, after carefully subtracting the leftover light from both Alpha Centauri A and its partner, B, something appeared. A faint point of light, a tiny warm blob in the cold darkness of space, which they labeled S1. This wasn't just a random speck, it was sitting at a distance from Alpha Centauri A, about twice the distance between the Earth and our Sun. After a ton of modeling and analysis to rule out background galaxies or instrument glitches, the team came to an incredible conclusion. They were looking at strong evidence of a planet. Based on its brightness, scientists figure this candidate is a gas giant, a world with roughly the mass of Saturn. This huge planet seems to be on an elliptical path, swinging from about 1 to 2 times the Earth-Sun distance from its star. For the first time, we had a credible candidate, a tangible world, orbiting a star just like our own, right next door. The long, frustrating search had finally paid off, all thanks to the power of the James Webb Space Telescope. A discovery like this sends ripples through all of astronomy. If this planet candidate is confirmed, it won't just be another number on the growing list of over 5,000 exoplanets. It would be special. This candidate, which we can call Alpha Centauri AB for now, would be a bunch of groundbreaking firsts. Its proximity. At just 4 light-years away, this would be the closest exoplanet ever found orbiting in the habitable zone of a Sun-like star. Now, the planet itself is a gas giant, so it's not a candidate for life, but its location is prime real estate. As astronomer Charles Beischmann of NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory said, because the system is so close, any planets found there are our best shot at getting detailed data on a system beyond our own. We wouldn't just know it exists, we could study it in amazing detail. This would also be the closest exoplanet to its star ever to be directly imaged. Most exoplanets are found indirectly, by watching for the dip in starlight as they pass in front of their star, or the wobble they cause in the star itself. Direct imaging is the holy grail because it lets us collect light from the planet itself, unlocking secrets about its atmosphere and makeup. But maybe the biggest implication is what this planet's existence means for our understanding of how solar systems are even born. For a long time, scientists seriously questioned if stable planets could form in a tight binary system like Alpha Centauri A and B. The gravity is chaotic. The 2 stars tug on each other, creating a complex, shifting gravitational field that could, in theory, mess up the delicate process of planet formation. The fact that a huge, Saturn-sized planet could form and actually survive in this chaotic environment challenges our models. It suggests that planet formation is tougher than we thought, able to take root even in the most difficult cosmic neighborhoods. Whenever a new planet is discovered, especially one in the Goldilocks zone, our minds jump to one question: could there be life? This candidate planet around Alpha Centauri A does orbit within that habitable zone, the area where conditions might be just right for liquid water. So, let's be real about this. This specific planet is almost certainly not habitable for life as we know it. Being a gas giant with a mass like Saturn, it likely has no solid surface. It would be a world of swirling gases and immense pressures. It's not some tropical paradise. But the story doesn't end there. In fact, this is where it gets even more exciting. Finding a giant planet in this system makes it much more likely that other smaller worlds are hiding nearby. In our own solar system, Jupiter's massive gravity is thought to have played a key role in shaping everything. It acted like a gravitational shepherd, possibly clearing the way for smaller, rocky planets like Earth to form and find stable orbits. The same could be true for Alpha Centauri A. The presence of this Saturn could be a signpost, an indicator that the conditions for planet making were met. If a giant planet could form, why not smaller ones? It It's totally plausible that this gas giant shares its system with rocky, Earth-sized companions. Maybe they orbit closer to the star, or maybe they exist as large, rocky moons orbiting the gas giant itself, kind of like the fictional moon Pandora from the movie Avatar, which also orbits a gas giant in the Alpha Centauri system. So this discovery doesn't answer the question of life, but it does put it in a much more hopeful light. It tells us that this system, our closest solar twin, isn't barren. It's a dynamic, mature solar system with at least one large planet, and with it, the potential for a whole family of worlds we have yet to see. From a single faint speck of light captured by a telescope a million miles from Earth, a new chapter in our cosmic story is unfolding. The potential discovery of a planet around Alpha Centauri A is more than just a scientific headline. It's a real shift in our perspective. For centuries, we've looked at our solar twin as a distant, lonely star. Now we see it as the center of its own system, a place with history, dynamics, and worlds. This Saturn mass candidate, with its tricky disappearing act, reminds us that the universe is complex and full of surprises. Its very presence challenges our theories and forces us to admit that we still have so much to learn about how worlds are made. And while it may not be a home for life, it acts as a huge signpost, suggesting that smaller, rockier worlds, maybe even a true sibling to Earth, could be waiting in the wings. This discovery is all about human ingenuity, our relentless drive to ask big questions and build incredible tools like the James Webb Space Telescope to find the answers. It brings the search for other worlds from an abstract idea to our immediate cosmic neighborhood. We are no longer just looking out into the vast, empty darkness. We're looking at a specific place, a destination. The universe hasn't changed, but our place in it feels a little different. It feels a little less empty and a little less lonely. If you want to stay up to date with the latest discoveries from the James Webb Space Telescope and our ongoing exploration of the cosmos, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Every new image brings us closer to understanding our universe. Thanks for watching.